Hey guys, so today I look a bit funny because I have my hair scraped back and I only have foundation, eyebrows, mascara and lipstick on. That is because I'm going to be doing a review of a concealer palette which we're going to be using for contouring, and I have used this before but not really for contouring. I just used it last year when I got it just to mess around with it and see what it actually was, and this was only £3. And it just opens with this flippy thing at the front, and it's really kind of, you can tell it's really cheap by the packaging. It's really flimsy, really light. If you're on a budget though, the packaging shouldn't matter too much as long as the product is okay. So yeah, inside we have a silvery white shimmery highlight colour. We have a green colour correcting concealer which you use on any red areas, a pink colour correcting concealer which you can use under your eyes, and a yellow colour correcting concealer as well. And then you have light shades here and dark shades which can be used for contouring. Looking at this now, they are really orangey, and I think they're designed for people with a really warm skin tone, really tanned, really dark, not for people that are super pale like me, but we're going to be trying it out anyway. I forgot to mention it comes with this little brush which is super soft. I mean, it does feel really nice, but it's not going to be any good for applying makeup with unless you are a beginner and you don't have any brushes at all. Okay, so I already have my foundation on, which is the L'Oreal True Match in, I think it's Golden Ivory, I'm not 100% sure. And I'm going to try blending this out with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which is this one just here. I don't know how this is going to go, by the way. So yeah, for my highlight colour, because I think these are all going to be a little bit too dark for me, the lightest one is this colour right here, and they feel really thick and waxy. Do you know what they remind me of? They kind of remind me of those little makeup palettes you used to get in really cheap kids makeup. All of the cream foundations and stuff like that. It's that sort of consistency and texture. So I think to warm this up a little bit, I'm going to have to use my finger, and I'm not going to be using this in any professional way on any other people. So it's just for my personal use. So I'm just going to swirl my finger in this colour just here. So I'm going to dab this just under my eyes. I'm having to swirl my finger around quite a lot just to get the product on my finger because it is so thick. So I'm just kind of melting this into the skin under my eyes and a little bit just down here because I have quite a bit of redness on my cheeks. So I am using this as a concealer but also as a highlight colour. I'm also going to put a little bit just down my nose. On my nose I don't seem to have needed anywhere near as much, and I think it's because when I was putting it under my eyes it was kind of sinking straight into my pores, so it wasn't really doing too much. Actually, because I've got a little bit of redness on my skin, I'm just going to test out this green colour just here. Oh, I mean, it is quite pigmented. So I'm just going to dot that on until it's blended in, and then place the lighter shade just over the top of it. I mean, that blends out quite nicely if you use your finger, to be quite honest. My chin looks a completely different colour to my face, so I'm going back in with the concealer and placing that over the top. So my chin still looks a lot paler than the rest of my face. I'm actually going to go in with my brush and just see if that helps a little bit. So the green, I have to admit, is really good. It's really pigmented, really creamy, and it blends in really nicely. But because the colour I use for my concealer isn't as pigmented, it won't really cover up. So as you can see, my chin is a different colour to the rest of my face. We're just going to have to deal with that and bear that in mind. That's why I look a bit funny. It hasn't really highlighted my face all that great because the colour is too warm for me, and it just kind of accentuates my pores, so I wouldn't really recommend it for the concealer. For the contour, I'm not really sure what colour to use as there's so many different ones and they're all very orange, but I think I might go for this colour just at the top, just here. So I don't know how to do this. I might dampen my brush a little bit first if anything comes out, because the product is that thick. I think it will take quite a lot of blending. So I'm just going to try dipping my brush straight in there, swirling it around. I don't really know how much to use, and I'm going to start off with my cheeks. So I'm just kind of, oh my god, that is so dark. Oh. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have used that colour. I'm going to wipe off the excess from the brush and then try and blend this out. Yeah, that's really red. Yeah, that is not the right shade for my contour. Do you know what? I'm just gonna go in with, see, all of these are orangey. There's not even like a cool tone one that I can use. I might use this one just at the bottom here. I literally look like a clown. Okay. And my battery is really low as well, and I really don't want to stop this video halfway through because that is a pain in the butt. I mean, it's not as hard to blend out as I thought, but I think you do need to dampen your brush first so that it gives it that extra bit of easiness. I don't know. It's oily but dry. It's really hard to explain. I might use this one at the top and try this one. Okay, that's a slightly better shade actually. I should have used that from the start. Even though it's easier than I thought to blend, it's still kind of not as easy as some other products that I've used. I might go in with this really dark colour up here. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm going to put the teeniest amount just on my brush. There's literally hardly any on there. And just go back in. Oh dear. Okay, I'm just going to wipe the excess off and try and blend it. So that cheek looks a bit of a mess. And I'm going to have to do the other cheek the same because I'm going to look very uneven. Does anyone else have all these baby hairs here and they just get tangled in your brush every time you blend anything out? Or is that just me? Because it's really annoying. Oh my god, what have I done to this? Oh, blow my neck. I'm going to use this dark colour. Just a little bit. It kind of looks like I'm wiping dirt on my head. But to be quite honest, I think that's the most cool toned shade in the palette. It's just a shame it's so dark. But I am liking this dark shade a lot more. I wish I'd have just used this on my cheeks. But you gotta learn somewhere. Because it's so dark, it does look very, very muddy on me. But it is the most cool tone one out of all of them. I don't know whether to do my nose or not. I think that might go a bit wrong. Do you know what? I might just use it to bronze my nose up instead of contouring. Because, I don't know why, but because my nose shape is kind of really straight from the front, it looks really weird when I highlight. It looks really weird when I contour, sorry. Like contour my nose, I mean, not my face. See, in the mirror, actually, it doesn't look that bad, but on camera it looks really orange and dark. Maybe if I move a little bit closer to the window. I don't know how that's going to go, but you know. And I'm going to do a little bit just under my chin. I hope this doesn't make me look like I've got a beard. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do because I'm looking very orange. But it does feel very, very sticky, so you do need to powder, definitely. So I'm just going to take my Real Technique sponge and I'm going to pop that under my eyes. I think I'm going to need quite a bit just because of how oily and sticky it is. Like, I might actually have to bake quite a bit. I forgot to highlight the centre of my nose. Oh well. My chin. So I'm just going to let this set in for a couple of minutes, then I'll be back. Okay, so now I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to pat this all over my face just to set it because of how sticky it is. And then just kind of blend it all out and wipe away the excess. I think for this to work you will need quite a good setting spray, as I waited for the battery to kind of charge up a bit for maybe about 15 minutes and I can already feel the grease starting to come through, like just a little bit, but I think within a couple of hours I would be a big grease ball. So I'm going to finish doing the rest of my face makeup. I mean, you can see a bit of a contour, so that's good. I'm going to use my Hoola bronzer by Benefit and a brush and just go over the contoured areas, as because I've had to set them with so much powder, even though it was translucent, it has kind of washed it out just a little bit. God, all these little baby hairs. I know I keep saying it, but they're really annoying me. I was going to try the highlight from here on camera, but as you can see it's a really silver colour and I don't think it'd match the orange kind of undertones at all. So I'm going to go in with my Mary Luminizer and my Real Techniques brush and just quickly highlight my face. So now that I've highlighted, it does look a bit better, and it's actually not that bad as long as the grease doesn't kind of start to come through really bad throughout the day. So all in all, after trying out this concealer palette, I'd say if you can afford, then I would go for a more pricey contour palette, maybe like Anastasia Beverly Hills, or if you want something that's not as cheap as this but not as pricey as that, then I think it's the Makeup Revolution palette. It might be sleek, I'm not too sure. I'll insert that in like a annotation thing and in the description box, but I've heard some really good reviews about that, and that's a powder one. I'm not sure if they have a cream one, but this isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I mean, for £3 you can't really moan. It's basically free, and it's also free postage and packaging, so £3 and you're getting 15 shades. That's not too bad. I mean, I would only recommend this if you do have a warm skin tone, but if you're pale like me, this will be too orange for you. I mean, if you like that sort of look, like how dramatic this kind of is and how bronzy it is, then that's totally up to you. I mean, it is kind of growing on me. I mean, it looks nicer on camera than it does in real life. In real life, it does look really cakey and orange. But yeah, that's my review for this product, and I hope you found it helpful. So thanks so much for watching my video, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, or at least found it a little bit helpful. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did find it helpful, and maybe subscribe if you like these sort of videos, just because I want to start doing like demo videos and reviews more often, because I know what it's like to buy something and then it ends up being totally rubbish. So yeah, thanks for watching my video and I'll see you next time. Bye!